Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It's April 30th, and we're out here in the onion and in the garden harvesting a few onions. Now we've pulled up all these onions that were in this bed. Of course, we got a few weeds to deal with where we had lost so many in the winter, and thought we wouldn't get any decent sized onions, but we've got some fairly good sized onions in here. As far as size wise, it's about 4 inches or so. That's pretty good for a slicer, but a lot of these will end up being chopped up and freeze dried, so that'd be perfect for that. But what we're doing, we're harvesting them a little different this year. Now really I would want to wait a few days, but they were falling over, and what's going to happen is they get a little gushy, they start rotting if they're left out here, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but it's supposed to be sunny after this kind of hazy fog clears off. It'll be sunny probably from 9 o'clock on. And we went ahead and taken out this whole row. We didn't care what size they were, we take them out. Now we've still got onions that are doing good. These have no sign of laying over. We got good probably from 2 to 3 inch onions in there, which it surprised me because this was really just done for green onions. We plant them close, then we thinned every other onion. And you can see down here some of these are getting pretty good. That's about 3 inches, and these haven't had any start to go to seed or anything, so they're still in their bulbing phase. So that might tell me a little bit different on how I deal with onions next year. Of course, who knows, we'll just have to see. Now the garlic isn't quite ready, but we did take out this row of onions, and like I say, we're going to leave these lay out for today. Tomorrow's supposed to rain again, pretty good chance. Let them dry some, then we're going to take and do like we normally do. We'll put down our tarp and we'll blow air over them but we're only going to do that for about 3-4 days. Kind of let them dry some, and then we're going to take and cut them down, and we'll go through that process. This video will take a few days, but anyway, we've got all these onions harvested. We went ahead and we harvested the onions that were the few that was in here when we interplanted our cucumbers. We did have one garlic that was in there too, down there in the middle, so we went ahead and took it out. It wasn't looking too good. And we have a few more onions over here. Now these onions, they're not bulbing real good, but we really don't have a problem with them laying over. I say we got one there. We'll go ahead and pull this out, but these onions here are still standing up good. So what we're going to do is give them a little bit more time. Hopefully some of them will start bulbing. They're not doing too well. And then our latest onions, and the plan is harvest green onions here, and it's getting about almost to the point to where we'll harvest some of these to thin them out every other onion, and we can carry those to the market. But we'll see if these actually do make bulb up and make decent onions, or halfway decent onions. It's this kind of, mainly this is green onions just like the other one, but the others turned out to be considerably better. So anyway, we'll let them set out today. I'm starting to see a few of my honeybees out here, or I think they're my honeybees, zooming around the garden here, so hopefully that's a good sign. They move so fast it's kind of hard to get an eyeball on them, but anyway, we'll get these picked up after the day, and we'll show you how we got them tarped. And here's the next process, the way that I cure out my onions. These I set them out and picked them up in the evening once we harvested them and brought them in here, and we lay them out and we have a fan that we blow across them during the daytime. to get that moisture away from them quicker. And we do have fairly warm days in the 80s, so that works out good. But we'll cure them. This year we're going to cure them different. Like I say, we'll cure them this way for probably about 5 days, maybe a week, and then we're going to cut all the tops. Normally we'll just leave them until they dry, but we're going to see if this a new method helps to where they store a little bit longer, because normally we dry the tops then we hang them, and we end up with a pretty good amount of loss. But we're only going to store some of the bigger slicing onions that have small diameter necks. We'll chop up and freeze dry the rest of them. Okay, it's been about a week. We've had the fan here blowing over our onions, and our onion tops are getting where they're starting to get soft. And what we're doing today, now a lot of people will say that whenever they do their onions, they leave the roots on. I tend to clip my roots back. I don't want any chance of moisture from the air getting on them. But what I'm doing, I'm just taking my cutters here about 2 inches from the onion and cutting that top off. Now it is still wet, and what we're going to do is we're going to put these all in a basket, and then we're going to carry them over on our baker's rack shelf and allow them to finish drying. Okay, now they're all set on the rack. I'm going to go ahead and blow air on these for a few days, get the moisture away from them, unless we have a windy enough day that the air circulates through here. And then once these dry good, we'll take this mesh bag, and that's the way we'll store them, put them in a cool, dry place, and see how long they store using this method. But anyway, hope you found some value in this. If you want to see more videos like this, of course, just hit that subscribe, hit the bell, select all, give it a big thumbs up, and share this video. Enjoy that gardening experience.